At first, endorsed. I decided to vote. I wanted Bill Richardson to be the next Democratic nominee and President of the United States. One of the debates, I think it was the Las Vegas debate, um, I listened to him speak and I heard him, and really caught my attention. And of course, being one of the first Hispanic was also a factor, but not a major factor. But anyhow, this is a very historical election, and I think we need someone of different race instead of just pure Caucasian. And then, when he dropped out, unfortunately for not enough coverage, not enough money, he not enough he dropped out, so I had to find another person. So I did a little research and found that Dennis Kucinich from Ohio had put together two, maybe three or four resolutions um, impeaching Cheney, then Bush for their crimes. And I like going for Cheney first. A few of his highlights were wrong reasons for Iraq, invading Iraq without a declaration of war. Um, some of the things he did wrong in his first image, Cheney did wrong too. Like I also found that he shut out House Democrats, and then the day before voting occurred, gave them the document, which was very thick, like this thick. So I was I was mad, and then of course, not to mention Katrina. He dropped out so he can focus on his race for re-election in Ohio. Yeah, which is nice. But one of the things he mentioned in that was that in is one of his articles was that voter fraud, something not just Ohio, but which was cited as a specific example, but he decided not to decided to put that in, and I really liked that. That was interesting how shoot I keep on that happens. He's my train of thought all the time, so I liked his articles of impeachment. Cheney first to put the pressure on Bush, and so anyway, I decided to So then I was debating between. So then I said, the others are better, but I'd say they can't win, so I'm not gonna waste a vote. So I said Obama or Clinton. I knew that their policies were different, but eventually I decided to go for Obama. It took a bit of time, but anyway, really is the he really is the man. I tell you. Well, so he won. While I respect John McCain, I do not like his policies and the way he's actually running his campaign. So anyhow, here I am, 18. Couldn't vote in the primaries, but I voted in the. I want to vote tomorrow for Barack Obama. I do want to vote for Nader, however. He's not really a politician. His record is a law degree and a lot of consumer advocate work. For instance, I have one of his books here that he wrote. Unsafe at any speed. About colors and especially the Corvair. His record is noteworthy, and he's not a politician, which is one thing I like about him. Even though he lacks the experience, he is very knowledgeable as well. Obama is the lesser of two evils, to use the old cliche. Anyhow, he wants anyway. So he wants to he's the lesser of two evils. Unfortunately, I'm voting for him, but with the Electoral College, Nader stands no chance at winning. But fortunately, that's a big that. Fortunately, but he's the one who I would vote for. But Obama, lesser of two evils, and his charisma, the way he approaches these issues is amazing. He remains calm in the most intense of situations, especially the bailout. While I respect McCain, especially for what he did in Vietnam, Obama, I cannot stand his policies. Big business. Look what happened the last 8 years. Let big business dominate? You gotta be kidding me. Can't do that. Unfortunately, I'm impressed with how he was able to make a comeback in the first couple of primaries, which propelled him to the nomination in March. The lesser of two evils is definitely Obama. The best man for the job is Nader. Unfortunately going to go with the lesser of two evils, but I'm sure he'll do a very good job as President of the United States. Sorry, Nader. Just can't. It is very important to vote tomorrow, or if you haven't already. It is imperative to vote. Obama is all about the middle class and is basically running on a pure democratic platform. McCain is going on a pure Bush Republican platform, although deviating slightly from Bush. Slightly. Deviating just slightly from Bush. Fortunately, with a 91% voting record with Bush in the Senate, these past 8 years have just been failed policies. Now we're giving loans to big business, just like Hoover. So I can't stand McCain's policies, and his record is clear. Obama's record, whether is clear, but he will calmly, of course, deviate from his record, and he has very good judgment, and he's shown that these past few years. I like it. So Obama is on the left side of the spectrum. McCain is on the right side. There is no one in the center at all. So anyhow, 1932 all over again. Wish it was neater, but it's got to be Obama. I also watched Colin Powell's endorsement, so and that really helped, and that was really did it. I saw some of the parts of the debates. If you are voting out of the blue tomorrow, though, I recommend that you go to get at least something on it. I recommend the Women's Vote USA or something that nonpartisan organization. They have pamphlets out that I read today, and so that's basically it. My name is Jeremy Green. I am 18 years old on yesterday, and I'm voting for Barack Obama.